Hello there, welcome to Learner's Paradise. In this video, we'll see how to create our first DLL in less than 10 minutes. For this, you will require an editor like Microsoft Visual Studio Express. If you do not have one, there is another video of ours in the channel where you can learn how to install Microsoft Visual Studio Express. So to start with, let us see what is a DLL. A DLL is a dynamic link library. Basically, it is a set of reusable functions that can be reused across projects. Let me quote an example. Let's say you and your friend are working on two different projects, but they have a search algorithm in common. Now, see, either you can choose to do the search algorithm on your own, even though the code is the same, or one of you can take an initiative and write a DLL for a search algorithm. So basically, it's a function inside a DLL which does the search and then returns the values to you, right? So why is a DLL required? A DLL increases the reusability of the code, and also with DLL there comes reliability. Because either you or your friend would have ensured that the DLL is tested before it was used across the projects. Okay, let's start creating the DLL then. There are two parts here. One is to create the actual DLL, which has the reusable functions, and then to create another project which will use this DLL. So let's first create our DLL project. Click on File, New Project, select Win32 console application, and give the name of the project something like arithmetic funcs, and then the solution name something like DLL demo. What is a solution name? See, a solution is one single solution can have multiple projects within it. So our solution is DLL demo, under which the project arithmetic funcs is there, and after this we are going to create another project within this which is going to consume the DLL. So then click on OK, click on next. Here, important thing, select DLL and then click on finish. So once that is done, you should have your window like this. See, the solution DLL demo is this, and the project is arithmetic funcs. So then we have the header files, and then we have the source files. Click on header file, give the name as arithmetic funcs. So then you should have arithmetic funcs.h. Let's create a class in this class, arithmetic funcs, public section. Let us declare the constructor and then the destructor. Now make the function double add int a comma int b. So this is our function for addition, and then int subtract int a comma int b for subtraction, double multiply int a comma int b semicolon int divide int a comma int b. So now we have declared four functions in the header file. We'll do the implementation for this now in the CPP file. So first is the addition, which returns a double. So why is it so? Because we have two integer variables passed to the add function. So when two integers are added, there is a possibility that it could exceed the integer value. So the output needs to be declared as double. And in subtracting two integers will never become a double, so it is still an integer. And multiply two integers, it could easily be a double, so the return value is a double. And divide int a int b, the division will result in an integer. So now let's go to the precede these functions with the keyword static. So static is used because we can reference these functions directly from outside without having to create an object. So don't worry much about it, just declare them as static. Just copy static and then paste them before each of the functions. Okay, now all our functions are static within the DLL project. And then the important thing, you'll have to put a magical keyword like this before each of the function, otherwise your DLL will not work. Declare spec and then DLL export. So see, basically this is to tell the compiler that these functions will be called from outside of the DLL, from other projects. So when that has to be done, this keyword has to be present, underscore underscore DCLSPEC, and in the brackets DLL export. Then the compiler will know that these functions will be called from outside. So let us copy this keyword and then paste it before each of the function. There you go. Now our header file is ready. So we'll have to do the implementation for each of these functions. So let us go to the arithmeticfuncs.cpp and then hash include the header file arithmeticfuncs.h, and then let us paste all those functions here. So braces, we are just getting ready for implementation of each of those functions. Remove semicolon, braces, and remove the semicolon, and then braces. Okay, so now let's go to the add function. So here this function is declared in arithmeticfuncs.h. So we'll have to reference this function with arithmeticfuncs::add, because we declared them as static. So when it is done as static, we can directly call those methods by using this double semicolon keyword. It is to reference the static function. Let us do this for all the methods. Now return A plus B. So that is what add is supposed to do. Return A minus B. And return A star B. Here we'll have to do a special check. If B is equal to 0, then let us just return -1. Return -1. Else return A divided by B. Or else, as you would already know, if B is equal to 0 and then we are trying to divide any digit by 0, then you would get an error, an exception. A by B. So let us now right click on the project and click on build. So you should get the output something like this, where it says creating library, and then the DLL would have been created in this path. Let us go to this path and examine if we really have the DLL. Oh, there you go, we have the DLL. So now that we are done with the DLL, let us go ahead and add a new project. And this project is for using the DLL. Let us call this arithmetic app, and then need to add it to the same solution because we are creating this project into the same solution. Finish it, click on next, and then let the console application option be selected as it is. Do not change it. Click on finish. So now, right click on the properties of this project, go to common properties, references, and then you will see this DLL project in the dialog box. So enable, just tick this option, come back, go to CC++ general. So we'll have to reference the header file that we created for the DLL function here. So additional include directories, we'll have to tell where the header file of the DLL lies. So that was somewhere in arithmetic funcs. So let's just select this folder. So now the compiler knows that the header file is in this place. So hash include arithmeticfuncs.h. So we are referencing the header file of the DLL project. So hash include IO stream for doing some output to the screen, coutts, using namespace std. Just type this keyword, namespace std. So here let us declare two variables, int a and int b. Int a is equal to 10, int b is equal to 5. So now And let us pass these two variables to our DLL. C out and get the output from them. Sum is equal to, so we'll have to call it like this, arithmetic funcs, double colons, and then add, because it's a static object. Pass a and b to this function, and then end line. So let us build this project and see if it compiles in the first place. And yes, it has compiled successfully. Let us go to this path and then try running the exe. Go to the command prompt, right click, paste, go to the path, and then just execute this exe. Let us see what happens. Sum is equal to 15. So that means our project is actually calling the DLL. It is passing the values to the DLL function, and it is getting the response back from there. So 10 and 5, 15 is returned. So let us now just copy this, do the similar thing for all the other arithmetic operations also. Subtract, or let's say difference, subtract a comma b, C out, multiply, arithmetic functions method, multiply a comma b, C out, do the same for divide also, divide, division, divide, oops, divide a comma b. Okay, so now let us build this again. So now the exe would be updated. Let us go and run the exe and see the output. Sum is equal to 15, 10 plus 5, difference is 5, 10 minus 5, multiplication 10 into 5, division is 10 by 5 is equal to 2. So congratulations on creating your own DLL, and also consuming it in other application. So now we can proudly show off this to your friends. Thank you.